Is so frustrating living the life that I do and realizing that there's this invisible slavery that I am in. And the fact that I can go and perform and do jobs and live my daily life, and people don't see my slavery because it's not packaged like it used to be. And it's not seen. It's not something you can really see. You have to be made aware of. The thing is that this type of slavery, I do think that someday they'll be like in history books, call it like Trump slavery, and it'll be the type, but it's not because it's something that was put in place for so long ago. But the things that he's doing with policies is making it able to like the hammer drop and all of this prep work that was done through the Rothschilds and like all the school systems, all the mentality, all of the inner slave to the paperwork, disempowerment slave, is the full package of the punishment for the fight to free slaves. Because what we did is make like fast food things and different food things to not end up actually doing the work and learning as a society how to grow our own food and how to be interdependent instead of codependent with all the abusive systems. And that's the thing, we're a system of nerves. We'd be a system of nerves at peace if we were interdependent, but they make us believe that we have a nervous system, but even though the way that they run our systems is to keep us nervous. And that is with the codependency programming. And so as we become aware of this, you have to become aware of how much you are enslaved. That means instead of them just straight up owning you, how much do they, because of your compliance now, can disempower you to have resources? If you can be disempowered to have resources, then you are enslaved to that person, and your mental autonomy is now in the conducting of whoever empowers your resource. So as these things dwindle down and you have stuff like marriage and marriages that go wrong with one side being more empowered through systemic things like paperwork and technology footprints and abilities to run your accounts. So things like that make enslavement. And that's where there's this trap in like marry upward and all this stuff that they're trying to like push because the point is to get especially women disempowered and enslaved again, and to get people of color enslaved again, so that in this time it be a way in which they are thankful for food and a roof over their head so much that they don't fight to be free again. Instead of, and so we're at this cusp, like, do we fall for this, or are we going to create an interdependent society? And that's why people have such an irk with socialism, because that's the thought that like, no, there's some people doing nothing, and that's wild whenever the people that you claim will do nothing create amazing art that is the root of morale that is switching things right now and empowering people just to stay. Not just stay in the fight, but just stay. And so none of us are nothing, no matter how you consider contribution. It's about your view on contribution. If all of existence is saying that this should exist, then that should be then resources for existence shouldn't be such a war.